Commended. Give it a Commended, a nose to sea breeze. Our pal third.
Starter sent them away in a good line too. Century's Fox, one of the first out. Kit began well. Up there too is Tembo and Montana Magic and the Red Man as they hurdle the first one. Desiree is back last of all. Jake's Kingdom improving out wide. Tembo led Century's Fox with the rail. In between them is the Red Man when they come to the second hurdle in the race. Then Jake's Kingdom going up to fourth around Montana Magic. 2 to Wild Trista and Cosrose together. Kit is a length further back, and then Desiree and Eugenius last of all. Coming down the side the first time, Century's Fox the leader, a little over a length in front. Tembo is running second. Then third placing on the rails is the Red Man, one further back in the field. Over on the outside, Jake's Kingdom. On the rails next is Montana Magic, Cosrose, Wild Trista out wider. Desiree pushing up on the inside. Kit is second last and Eugenius out wide. They swing around the turn in the first circuit. Century's Fox, the leader, comes into the bend for a treble down the straight. Tembo, the toppy, is up second the outside. The Red Man third on the fence. One further back is Jake's Kingdom. On the rails, Montana Magic, and Eugenius is moving up on the outside at this one. They're being followed a little further back in the field then by Cosrose, Wild Trista, Desiree, and Kit was back last of all. At the next hurdle now, Tembo just wrapping the top of it slightly on the outside of Century's Fox, who kicks up to be the leader again. Couple of lengths back in the field then is the Red Man, and on its outside there is Jake's Kingdom, who's improving as the Red Man loses a little bit of ground. Eugenius getting up on the inside in company with Montana Magic at that hurdle. Then Wild Trista. Cosrose a good way back over on the inside when they turn out of the straight, and they're followed by Desiree and Kit. Out towards the 1600, and half the jumping has been complete. 5 to go in the race, and the leader Century's Fox about a half length in front of Tembo. In third placing, the Red Man on the inside of Jake's Kingdom. 1 Montana Magic fifth, and then Eugenius. A length and a half to Cosrose, Wild Trista. One further back in the field, Desiree and Kit on the outside. Tembo, Century's Fox share the lead at the 1400 into the back. The Red Man a length away third now. They're followed by Jake's Kingdom, Montana Magic. Kit starting a run around the outside. Cosrose on the fence, Eugenius dropping out. Then Wild Trista and Desiree to the end of the field. Tembo at the 1200. The Red Man's gone up second. Century's Fox now back third on the inside, has lost a little bit of ground. Montana Magic, Jake's Kingdom the outside. Desiree improving her position. Wild Trista going with her on the outside. Cosrose still a good way back on the inside of Kit, 1,000 to go. And Eugenius last by 6. Here's the last hurdle down the back straight. Tembo lands 3/4 of a length clear. Running second on the outside, the Red Man. Jake's Kingdom moving up outside, Montana Magic. Desiree now fifth from Wild Trista. Then Kit round the outside. Cosrose is still spotting them along, start being ridden along, and then Century's Fox on the inside, and forget about Eugenius. Coming towards the turn now, Tembo at the 600 being pressed by the Red Man. 2 lengths to Jake's Kingdom running on well, and then Montana Magic. Now Cosrose is picking up the bit a little bit around Desiree when they came to the turner. Into the straight with 2 to go, and the Red Man takes the lead from Tembo. Jake's Kingdom stayed on the inside, running home well. Tembo, the Red Man out wide, and Jake's Kingdom. Here's the second last. Tembo, 4, nearly fell. He's just got to his feet. Cosrose did fall at the last. And now with 150 metres to go, it's Jake's Kingdom getting up on the inside, the Red Man and Desiree. Jake's Kingdom in front. Desiree on the outside. Jake's Kingdom the leader. Desiree coming at him. Jake's Kingdom about 3/4 in front. Jake's Kingdom holding on, and Jake's Kingdom won it by a neck to Desiree. The Red Man 3 lengths away third. Long break then to Kit, whose rider's gone across the line without the irons. And with it was Wild Trista. Then Montana Magic, Tembo, who just about fell. How he stayed on his feet was a miracle. Behind them, Century's Fox, and Eugenius was the last to go over the line. Cosrose did take a fall. He's to his feet. The rider's okay. Jake's Kingdom has won it and maintained the perfect hurdling record in beating number 2, Desiree, second, and the Red Man in third place after charging around the field to take the lead at the home turn. 4, 2 and 8 official on the first of the day. 4, 2 and 8. And the field of 7 is ready to break. Benazee in the red, white and black colours, the favourite. Snore on the outside, just has a barrier blanket on still, which is about to be removed, I think. Now they stand well. Off they go. And a reasonably good start. Snore began well. Beggar's Opera, one of the first out. Old Nick snagged at the tail early. Come to Water into stride fast, but Beggar's Opera headed off now by Come to Water, and Snore on the outside of them going up looking for the front. 2 lengths back to Rich Theme, settling fourth, and then Hamlet. Half a length away on the outside is Benazee, and Old Nick last of all. Snore led at the turn at the 800, out by about 2 lengths to Come to Water on the outside of Beggar's Opera, 2 to Rich Theme, half the outside to Hamlet, and then came Benazee, and Old Nick is last coming down the hill. And with 600 metres to go, Snore in front, Come to Water a length away, Beggar's Opera on the inside. Hamlet improving from Rich Theme. Benazee ridden along to make some ground out 3 wide and 3 to Old Nick. Snore in front of Come to Water. Hamlet the outside. Just behind these is Beggar's Opera looking for the way clear. Benazee to the outside and Rich Theme. Inside the 400 now. Snore still in front. Hamlet and the orange colours down the outside. Out wide, Benazee battling a little bit. Come to Water is still there in the middle. Come to Water and Snore down at the 200. Hamlet on the outside. They're the 3. It's Snore in front, fighting plenty. Come to Water, Hamlet on the outside. Snore, Come to Water and Hamlet. Snore's fighting on tremendously well on the inside, and Snore's just won it from Hamlet the outside, and Come to Water third. Then came Rich Theme, Benazee behind them, Old Nick second last, and Beggar's Opera dropped out last. Snore, Darren Gauci, John Hawkes have taken out the race, led all the way, joined after turning into the straight, but he's fought on very strongly down near the inside. Number 5, Snore, Darren Gauci. Second official to number 7, Hamlet, ridden by Andrew Finlay. And third, 8, Come to Water, ridden by Brett Preble. Numbers of 5, 7 and 8. And the time 1:15.1. It's got in by about a neck, I suppose, on the line to pay 5.20 and 2.40. 2.60 for Hamlet. He wouldn't settle early. He was fighting all the way to the barrier too with those blinkers on for the first time today, and it took until the race was half over before he started to race more tractably. His effort was, like all of them so far, quite impressive. He's still got a lot to learn. And Come to Water, a strong battling third up on the pace. Well, some flops in that. Beggar's Opera obviously doesn't handle the ground. He had a lovely trail right behind them, but he was very disappointing in the straight. He's finished last. And Benazee from second last. I know that he was just slightly in need of this run, but many of them would be, and their class is expected to take them a lot further into the finish of a race. But he too was a disappointing official fifth. 5, 7 and 8. Fourth home was Rich Theme, and fifth officially was Benazee. 1:15.1. They didn't go hard early, and those on pace have dominated race number 2. In the third, the Shankill Lass Super Vobis, rider for 6 out with the old is Eddie Wilkinson, and they all start there. Totes coming through on 5, 7 and 8. It's 5.20 and 2.40 official, 2.60 second. And no third. Quinella's returned $12 for the Quinella. The trifecta $403.40, and the running double $26.30 on numbers 4 and 5. Snorers by night shift from Snippety, John Hawkes and Darren Gauci. John sent quite a few of his team down here, and that might not be the last time we see those cerise colours cantering back to scale as a winner today, Hilton. Marker alongside of Symbolism and the red and gold diamonds for Survival on the red and white stripes there. Field just about ready for dispatch now. Inside Happy Fairy. An attendant in there with her. 1,200 metres. Line looked pretty good. There's the all clear given. Off they go at the 1,200. Lovely dispatch. Happy Fairy. Toot Nanny out quickly. Shirley's Toy jump well. Symbolism's going forward as they settle down now. And it's Happy Fairy holding the inside. Our Missouri is outside her. Toot Nanny is dicing for the lead as well when they settle into stride, and Symbolism out 4 wide coming up towards the turn at the 800. They're followed by 4 Survival settling on the outside of Shirley's Toy, 1 Nina Haraka, half to Bell Pursuit, couple of lengths further back in the field, then out with the old, and last of all Interest Only coming down, and Toot Nanny at the 600 shot 2 lengths in front, moving up to second Symbolism, who's been racing wide. Happy Fairy on the fence from Our Missouri, 4 Survival next swinging out wide, and they're followed by Shirley's Toy. Who dipped and nearly went down there. Nina Haraka got onto her heels and had to check severely and went to the outside. In the straight now, Toot Nanny with with Happy Fairy getting up on the inside, and Symbolism is coming at them, and For Survival on the outside chiming in. Symbolism and For Survival now race to the lead over our Missouri and Nina Haraka next on the outside. For Survival and Symbolism inside the 200. Symbolism and For Survival fighting it out neck and neck. It's Symbolism the inside, For Survival the outside. There's nothing between them. A great go. Symbolism a nose in front and just one. Symbolism from For Survival. Nina Haraka's done exceptionally well to get third, and they're followed by Our Missouri. Behind them was Interest Only, trailed by Out With the Old, Shirley's Toy, Bell Pursuit, Happy Fairy and Toot Nanny at the back of the field. Judge will probably call for a photo here between Symbolism and For Survival. On the inside, Symbolism looking to have a narrow advantage and a winning debut, and a double for Darren Gauci and John Hawkes. In the frame it goes 7, Symbolism is first. Number 5, For Survival, was second. And number 1, Nina Haraka, was third. 7, 5 and 1 official, and they've run 1:15, the fillies. Just a tick faster than the colts in the previous at 1:15.1. Well, the race of some interest there. Symbolism, the sister to Dennis Soraya, at around about 8-1 or so on course to pay $9.90 and $2.90. For Survival, $2.80, and Nina Haraka was third. Well, coming around the home turn, she got into all sorts of trouble when Shirley's Toy dipped and nearly fell, and Nina Haraka went right into her backside, and McAvoy had to swing it to the outside to get out of trouble. She's done very well to get third, the favourite, but Symbolism has won, and another victory for John Hawkes and Darren Gauci.
Well, Greg Miles, that might mean that if Symbolism wasn't regarded either, that might mean that they all will win. Is that right?
Well, the way they're going, they've led with their lesser lights and better things to come later, so they might end up with 4. Done the right thing in coming down to Melbourne. And incidentally, Clem has found out some other news that Hockney is coming to Melbourne to try and escape the big wet in Sydney. Set for the Manikato Stakes next Saturday, provided it's a dry track. He's 6 for 6 on dry, but he's hopeless on the wet.
Yes, well, knowing Wayne Hawkes...
Field is ready to go. Ajax Welter, Sandridge Bay has a purple cap. Off they go, and it began well near the inside, but I Love Kiev won the start. Out fast, Final Tempo is going quickly to have a crack at him for the lead early. Grombe settling third outside Dillon and Gold Boom, and then 2 lengths of Tunga and Sandridge Bay at the end. They're inside the 1,000. Final Tempo working up on the outside, but I Love Kiev kicking up with the first turn coming up to them now, and fighting the rider I Love Kiev just in front of Final Tempo. About 2.5 away, Gold Boom with a drop on the leader's third. Grombe the outside. 3 lengths to Dillon. Gauci's at work on him. He's not coming down the hill well. Sandridge Bay getting up on his inside, and a Tunga at the 600. Final Tempo, a length and a half, I Love Kiev. He's come off the rails on Gold Boom. A length behind them, Grombe. 3 lengths to Sandridge Bay. Dillon not travelling well, and our Tunga is last when they corner. Final Tempo led Gold Boom. I Love Kiev back on the inside, and then Grombe when they corner. Inside the 400 metres, Final Tempo, 2 lengths to Gold Boom under the whip, and I Love Kiev. Grombe and Sandridge Bay down the outside. Final Tempo still in front though. At the 200, it's Final Tempo. He's increased the lead. Gold Boom is gone. Sandridge Bay's gone past Grombe chasing the leader. It's Sandridge Bay after Final Tempo. Final Tempo with a good lead. Sandridge Bay coming at it at every stride, but Final Tempo holding on, and Final Tempo beat Sandridge Bay. About 4 lengths to Grombe third, then I Love Kiev and Gold Boom. Dillon never happy out there, and a Tunga was last of all. Final Tempo's gone straight to the lead. Had a little battle with I Love Kiev to hold it out, but he's been able to go on and score. Number 2, Final Tempo, ridden by Lincoln Coffey. Back from the 1,600 metres of his last start on the 11th of July to win. And he had the 2 starts at Sandown, and they've both been victories. One at 1,600 and one at 1,200 metres. It was worth the fight to find the lead, and he stayed on the rail, so he just thrown my theory right out the window. Previous race they couldn't stay up with them, but he stayed right against the fence and had no trouble in holding them out comfortably. Sandridge Bay running on strongly to second, and Grombe third. 2, 5 and 1 official now. 2, 5 and 1. Fourth was I Love Kiev, and fifth was Gold Boom, and Dillon just did not handle the track. Whether I don't think it was a wet ground, I just don't think he handled the hill here at Sandown. It put him right off his game. Fifth coming up, take out number 9. My Brandy Kid is running in the last in Adelaide today. Race 5 is due at 2:42.
Runners are coming up at Corriworth.
Kahira Legend drawn down in gate number 4. Ready to break. Off they go. Began reasonably. Pete the Painter out okay. Sovereign Squall showing pace with Prime Address near the outside. Blazing Sword is beginning okay, and now Blazing Sun is going through in the early part down on the inside. So it's now Blazing Sun, Sovereign Squall on the outside, the 2 leaders in front of Prime Address. Kahira Legend up to 4th near the inside rail, and Knightly Sword going on the outside. One to Lucky Tycoon, Video Fan, a half to Pete the Painter, one to Laugh and Dance, Northern Embossing. Colorado Ring out wide from Grand Andre. It's windy again, and Rich Pickings was last of all. Blazing Sun the leader. Knightly Sword moved up a neck away the outside at the 1,000. A length and a half to Sovereign Squall. 2 lengths back is Prime Address, 4th on the inside. Kahira Legend 4th the inside. Prime Address outside it. Then 2 lengths to Pete the Painter, followed by Lucky Tycoon the centre. Video Fan out 3 wide. 1.5 Laugh and Dance on the inside of Colorado Ring. Rich Pickings starting its run down the hill, being followed then by Northern Embossing. It's windy again, and Grand Andre. Blazing Sun the leader. Sovereign Squall at the 600 metres goes up within a half length of it. Knightly Sword comes 3 wide. 2 lengths Kahira Legend, who's in 4th placing, looking for somewhere to go around the home turn. Prime Address the outside. Lucky Tycoon's got onto their back, and then Laugh and Dance when they corner. And Blazing Sun on the inside at the 400, the leader. A run through for Kahira Legend. Sovereign Squall has gone quickly though, and Sovereign Squall has raced up to the lead. Knightly Sword having a go at the outside. It's now Knightly Sword racing up. Kahira Legend battling a little bit. Laugh and Dance down the outside, and Rich Pickings coming late from Lucky Tycoon. Knightly Sword in front of Kahira Legend. Laugh and Dance. Knightly Sword in front. Laugh and Dance. Kahira Legend. Knightly Sword just in front. Laugh and Dance coming at it, but Knightly Sword just beat Laugh and Dance the outside, I'd say, with Kahira Legend on the rails 3rd in front of Rich Pickings. Back behind them was Video Fan and Prime Address from Sovereign Squall, Lucky Tycoon, and then it's windy again from Grand Andre, Colorado Ring. A break to Blazing Sun, Pete the Painter, and Northern Embossing last of all. Stand by for numbers here in the Phantom Handicap. Knightly Sword has fought on very strongly. The judge has called for a photo. Laugh and Dance is on the outside of it. But 5 is official. Knightly Sword, Marie Payne the winner. Number 4, Laugh and Dance, Eddie Wilkinson 2nd. And number 6, Kahira Legend, ridden by Damien Oliver, was 3rd. 5, 4 and 6 confirmed on race 5, and they've run 141. 141. Yes, pretty evenly graded field this. Luck and running a crucial factor. And Kahira Legend seemed to just get balked for a run for a little while early in the straight. But here Knightly Sword, full of running. Marie Payne, hands and heels, and he's finding plenty on his favoured ground here on the wet track. Kahira Legend inside it. The mare Laugh and Dance has been the best finisher in the race on the outside of Knightly Sword, but riding up on the pace and coming down the middle of the track, the 3 place getters, and Knightly Sword just having enough in hand on the post to beat Laugh and Dance. Kahira Legend the inside 3rd. Rich Pickings came from last. It's the 4th place getter, and around about a half head margin in favour of Knightly Sword. A 7-year-old Chestnut Gelding who's won 12 races from 70 starts now, and Marie Payne, the winning rider, ran a terrific race at its last start at Moonee Valley on a track that really wasn't to suit it. Heavier ground today, and that's been the difference. 5, 4 and 6 official on the 5th of the day. The Scobie Breesley, race 6 coming up on the program, and they all start in that race at 18 past 3.
Okay, set to go at Sandown. Favourite 190, Quarant Love number 3. Half time at the G. Melbourne lead Carlton by 10 points. And here's Greg Miles.
Last to move into the line. Here it is, the favourite, Quarant Love. Round flip of the coin. It's the short favourite, this mare. All in, set to go. 1,000 metres the journey. Starter on the platform. Prince Sandown took the outside barrier, so now they're ready to go and off. Quarant Love began well with Mazare. Royal Genius jumped all right. Papillon is showing some pace in the early part. And over on the outside, Speed Ace began very quickly. Polo Jack gets back a bit. They've covered about 300. King Carl hunting through near the inside. And it's going to settle just the leader from on the outside, Shamrock Jazz, and Quarant Love right there 3rd. Mazare just behind them 4th on the inside, being followed by Papillon. Speed Ace out very wide, and then Royal Genius, followed by Polo Jack on the inside, Prince Sandown and Sky Version last. At the turn, Current Love out 3 wide. Shamrock Jazz in the middle. King Carl the rails. They're the leaders over Mazaire, Polo Jack, and then Papillon. 300 to go now. And Oliver's asking the favourite to go. Current Love on the outside of Shamrock Jazz. King Carl's fighting on well on the rails. Mazaire's chiming in. Current Love and King Carl. King Carl the inside and Current Love now from Mazaire. Current Love and King Carl. King Carl is giving a bit of cheek. King Carl's a neck in front, holding, in fact, coming away on the line. King Carl won it. Either Current Love or Sky Version, who made a lot of ground on the inside for the minors. Prince Sandown next, followed by Mazaire. A gap to Papillon, and they're trailed by Polo Jack. Shamrock Jazz dropped out on the straight. Then Speed Ace and a bad last, Royal Genius. 57-1 here on a heavy track, would you believe? King Carl, number 4, ridden by Peter Hutchinson, trained by Fran Houlihan. And it's been a fighting performance on the inside to win. Not much in it for the minors. Current Love on the outside and Sky Version, who's made tremendous ground. Current Love will get second there. Number 3, about a head in front of Sky Version. But victory for King Carl. There they go. Semaphore numbers, race 6 of 4, 3 and 8. 4, 3 and 8. Well, a 57-1's right. He's absolutely blitzed. Usually better when the tracks are a little bit drier than the heavy rating here today. He ran third at Cheltenham at his last start. It was a very good run there. He had no luck whatsoever. Trapped off the course behind a pretty smart one in Bayunga. And he hadn't raced since that race on the 13th of June. And he's held, in fact, pulled away from Current Love on the line to win the race well. Field locked away again for the Travascus. Ready, all clear given, off they go. Cigarillo missed the start about a length or so. Century Affair began fast. Petite Falou, Georgia Mister going forward in the early part. Magic Turn and Lemon Delicious are handy, and Fire Lake, and next is Miss Windsor, followed by Smidgen. After going about 250, Magic Turn outside Petite Falou, the leaders. Miss Windsor outside Georgia Mist. Then a length away to Century Affair, Lemon Fantasy. Smidgen 3 wide, 1 to Fire Lake, Zakynthos Girl. 2 further back is Miss Sakova, and then Southland's Oregon Star, followed by Fairway Lass, Lavender and Lace, Cigarillo, and Megastar last at the 600. Magic Turn the leader, a length and a half, Petite Falou. Miss Windsor the outside, improving up to be closer to the leader around the turn, and then Lemon Fantasy, Georgia Missed the Rail, and Smidgen wider out. Century Affair losing ground on the inside. Miss Sakova swings wide. Fairway Lass very deep when they come around the turn, and then Cigarillo in the straight. Magic Turn the leader. Petite Falou coming after it. Smidgen's running on well, and so too is Miss Sakova down the outside at the 250 metres, and Smidgen hits the lead. Fire Lake is out after it quickly. It's Smidgen the leader from Fire Lake. Miss Sakova died on a run. Fire Lake trying to reach Smidgen. Smidgen in front. Fire Lake levelling up. Smidgen and Fire Lake are coming down to the line together. Nothing between them. Fire Lake went home the best, and Fire Lake just won it from Smidgen. About 4 lengths away third, Cigarillo, a good performance, followed by Lavender and Lace and Miss Sakova. Then Southlands, Century Affair, Lemon Fantasy and Magic Turn, followed by Oregon Star, and back behind her was Megastar. Zakynthos Girl, Miss Windsor weakening in the run home towards the end of Georgia Mist and Fairway Lass. Well, these two have fought the race out, Smidgen and Fire Lake, with Fire Lake coming home a shade the better on the outside. The judges called for a photo, but looked like Fire Lake had just done enough on the line to beat Smidgen. In the frame it goes now. 10 first, Fire Lake, Brett Preble. 2 second, Smidgen, Kieran McAvoy, and 13 third, Cigarillo, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson. 10-2-13, and about a half a head margin on the line. Fire Lake at the end of the 1200, very strong. She's a good mare here on wet ground at Sandown. She's had 4 starts for 3 wins and got the 1200 very strongly to take it out. 10-2 and 13 on the second last of the day. The Cannon handicap at 4:30, take out number 1, field of 10 to run in the last at Sandown.
All right, Greg. And Brett
Fonzarelli links in next to Grey Alex, and they're set to go. 21.56. Off they go. Zamanui jumped well today. Fasado away nicely. Jetlag into stride fast down on the rail. Zamanui's hunting for the front though. Brilliant Poet was away quickly, and Regal Ricochet is going to settle in about 4th or 5th placing on the outside of Fasado and Unsolved. But Zamanui finds the lead by the judge, led Jetlag by 2 lengths. Brilliant Poet is 3rd. Back behind him about 1.5 lengths away, Fasado 4th on the inside, followed by Unsolved. And a little wider there, Regal Ricochet and Grey Alex 4 deep turning out of the straight. Patterson behind them. And one of the last Fonzarelli towards the end in company with Change of Fortune, who's back 2 lengths away. Zamanui hacks along out to the back at the 1,600 metres and led Jetlag by 2. Brilliant Power a half length away 3rd. Couple of lengths further back is Unsolved on the outside of Fassato. And going around them, Regal Ricochet now. 2 lengths to Grey Alex Fonzarelli. Nick Patterson on the inside, Change of Fortune 2 lengths last as they steady down the back below the 1,400. And Zamanui is the leader, about 2 lengths in front of Jetlag 2nd. On the outside in 3rd placing, Brilliant Poet. About 3 lengths away, Unsolved. 3/4 Fassato on the inside, then Regal Ricochet, Grey Alex. 2 lengths Palisent being followed by Fonzarelli and Change of Fortune last of all. Zamanui's quickened the tempo down the back, and he's strung the field out a bit here. Heading to the 1,000, he's clapped on the pace and led by more than 3 lengths to Jetlag. 3 lengths to Brilliant Poet, 3 lengths to Fassato. Half a length Unsolved, Regal Ricochet. 1.5 to Grey Alex Palisent. Fonzarelli and Change of Fortune. Zamanui at the 800 metre mark. He's got about a 5-length break on Jetlag, Brilliant Poet. About 3 lengths back, Unsolved on the outside with Regal Ricochet and Fassato on the fence. 2 lengths to Grey Alex Fonzarelli, and Palisent at the end now passed by Change of Fortune. Zamanui's lead, 500 to go, has been whittled back to only half a length to Brilliant Poet and Jetlag. Just behind them, Regal Ricochet. Fassato's in a bit of bother here over on the rails as the runs have come around him, and Fonzarelli's coming to a big run right around the outside when they corner, and Brilliant Poet's racing after Zamanui, who's on the rail. Fonzarelli winding up, and they're followed by Fassato, Jetlag and Unsolved with 200 to go. Brilliant Poet reaches the lead in the middle. Fonzarelli comes at him quickly. Fonzarelli put his head in front, 150 to go. Unsolved, Grey Alex are battling along, but Fonzarelli starting to draw clear. He's been very unlucky lately, but he gets the money today, and Fonzarelli comes on to win by 2 lengths to Brilliant Poet. Photo for 3rd, and it's between Jetlag and Grey Alex from Unsolved, Regal Ricochet, followed by Palisent, and behind them was Change of Fortune. Then came Fassato, and Zamanui dropped out to last. Fonzarelli the winner, ridden by Brett Preble, gives Brett a double. Couple of very fine rides too. Number 9, Fonzarelli first. Number 4, Brilliant Poet will be second. And a photo for 3rd, and the time 2:24.3, 9:4 into photo. Incidentally, they changed the time for that 1,000 metres race, which was running an unbelievable 57.1 earlier, 59.2, clock stopped. Well, this horse has got a wonderful record over 2,000 metres on wet ground. When he gets those conditions, he's had, I think now, 5 starts for 4 wins. It's quite an extraordinary record, and he's paid very well today at $12 and $2.90. Third's gone to number 8, Jetlag. Jetlag has grabbed 3rd in that photo from Grey Alex, so it's 9, 4 and 8 official, 9, 4 and 8. When a 12 even, $2.90, Brilliant Poet, $3.10. And Jetlag getting 3rd, number 8. And its dividend will be $3.50 when it comes through. So 9, 4 and 8. 4th was Grey Alex, and 5th home was Unsolved. Fonzarelli, B. Preble, and it's a double 2 for David Bourne, who had a victory earlier with Final Tempo. So it'll be good celebrations for David down at Seymour today. 9, 4, 8 in the last of the day. Fonzarelli, absolutely no luck at his last couple of starts, just got into heaps of trouble, and he's finally had the breaks go his way today. 9, 4, 8 in the last at Sandown. That takes it away from Sandown today, and we'll rejoin you next week when we race back here at Sandown on Wednesday. Look forward to that meeting. Hilton.
Righto, Greg, good afternoon. Have a good weekend. Well, it looks like